All right, what's going on, you guys? I haven't done a video in, I don't know, maybe like 3 or 4 months. Hope you guys are all doing good. I've got some new gear today. I already have my brush loaded up, so today I'm using the SV Colonia. I added some kokum butter. Let me assemble my razor so that way once I am lathered up, we'll just get into it. So today I'm going to shave with the carbon DLC graphite. So let's see. So right here, this is the base plate with the plus. It's a little hard to see, but this is also the webbed version of the base plate. So it's got very minimal weight. Today's blade is a second use Gillette Winner special black platinum. That's the blade packaging. I had originally gotten my first graphite with the original base plate, so this is my first time using the plus base plate in the graphite and in the web version. This is the carbon fiber and the titanium. The grip on this is actually really nice with the DLC coating. So this is very light. So far, my favorite handle from carbon is the weight and the balance of the stainless steel with the carbon fiber. This seems to be a really good kind of middle point for me. So yeah, we got this all loaded up. I'll share some thoughts on what I thought of the original base plate in the graphite. This is the QED Select 26 millimeter Manchurian Silvertip. And this has been one of my favorite brushes. I don't remember when I got this. Might have been like 2 months ago, but it's a little bit more on the natural feeling side. So, you know, for those of you guys that have had like a pure badger or maybe an untreated like 2-band, it's got a little bit of prickliness or a little bit of stretch. This one I have not bleached yet. Chances are I'll end up buying another one of these brushes and then mildly bleaching one of the knots to just see what this is like with just a little bit of a softening treatment. But this type of hair reminds me of some of the more vintage Plisson brushes. It's got really good construction of the knot. You can see that there's no glue bump, so the entire loft allows you to kind of like push in as much as you want or do these nice kind of back and forth strokes. But the bloom width is just really nice. You know, generally I wasn't much of like a 26 millimeter knot person. I kind of liked a few here and there, but generally I'll kind of like a 24 millimeter brush. But yeah, this isn't too dense. I think that's kind of why I like it. It makes the lather really nice. There's enough room in the knot to let the water move around with the lather, and that lack of density, you know, or being overly dense, it allows the lather release to be really good. So I'll just dip one more time and we'll get jamming on the shave. I think I've got 2 days beard growth. Okay, so I think we'll leave that right there. I think that'll work well. Okay, so first pass, we'll go across the grain. So from from the ears and then inward. Do this real quick. Okay. This is feeling really nice. Maybe about a year ago, I think it was around April of 2021, I had ordered from Sean the titanium version of the Plus base plate. I think that was the last version of the titanium base plates that I had got, and last year I really found the Plus base plate to probably be the best all-around base plate. It can work for daily shaving, just 24 hours beard growth. It worked well for doing multiple days beard growth. It's mild enough that if I choose to do 3 passes on my skin, that it's not, maybe it's the blade exposure is not too much on my skin. So when I got I'm wondering if there's any insignia on the bottom of this original base plate. Yeah, just says the serial number. The original base plate for me kind of was feeling a little more aggressive than I would like. And I think that was for a couple reasons. The web design will cut the weight down, obviously, and then on top of it, the titanium already being one of the lighter materials between like the stainless steel and now the copper. So I actually just got one of the copper razors. I'll pull that out and show it to you guys. So that's about as low as I can get on my neck or my jawline as far as across the grain. So now I'll relather and we'll do an against the grain pass. So again, the reduced, kind of like weight, there's kind of like and I don't mean this as a negative, but there's almost like a lack of substance. The stainless steel versions of the carbon razors, they've got just a little more heft. So then when you switch over to trying out the titanium razors, the balance is different. It's lighter, so maybe you're feeling like you have to finesse it just a little more, since you aren't relying on the weight of the material and the overall razor. So I was finding, using that original base plate, it's got the most blade exposure out of the 4 base plates. And then with the lack of weight, there's a lot of blade feedback. And I'm not talking about like blade chatter, but just you feel that blade, because there's not a lot of weight, like I said, around the blade. So I had contacted Sean and said that, I wouldn't mind, I wouldn't mind keeping the original base plate, but that ideally it's maybe a little too aggressive. So he was really nice in letting me purchase a Graphite Plus base plate, which I'm using. So the Plus base plate is, like I said, just it's good for kind of all around, but I think my skin is really what appreciates the geometry of the Plus base plate, because it just doesn't take off too much of my skin. I find that the original base plate is actually really good for a cleanup pass. Once I've gotten a majority of the beard off my skin, I could finish with that original base plate and get like the closest pass using that as like a finish pass. So I kind of use all the base plates a little bit differently. I kind of revisited the plus base plate. When I was coming back from my ceramic trip, I was gone for about 2 weeks. So I took the regular titanium plus base plate with me, and then I also took my graphite original base plate and was just kind of playing with both of those while I was traveling. And then the copper razors became available again last week for, I'm assuming, a 26 model run between the different ones. And I didn't know that those were coming out, but I figured, you know what? This is my opportunity to snag my first copper razor. So I decided to, instead of, getting my favorite razor from Carbon, like a plus base plate, Sean had advised me that the weight and the heft of I'll just pull it out right now, of the copper, it's going to lend more to being an aggressive razor. So this